Okay, so since we are going to make C++ game of tic-tac-toe game a very fundamental, so let's just go what the game it is basically. So this is the game and the objective is to get three symbols in a row, horizontal, vertical and diagonal. So that we already have an idea. We might have played all, and this is what we will be doing. So basically we will be dividing each of the spaces in which we will be putting those knots and crosses into an element of matrix. Consider it as a 3 cross 3 matrix, 3 rows, 3 columns, and each of them is defined with a11, a12, a13 for our basic mathematical calculation, not mathematical but a logic calculation part, so that it becomes easy for us to implement the if else loop and the case switch case which we will be applying in the C++ program. So like this it will be the roadmap, and this will be the conditions, if else conditions, that the row is there, then this a11 is equal to a12 is equal to a13. Similarly for the columns and the diagonals. So yeah, let's get started. So here we will be creating our tic-tac-toe project. So the architecture which we will be following is in the form of 3 cross 3 matrix, as we already know. So here is the architecture for this tic-tac-toe. So now first, so let's start. So the thing is this, we will be representing it in our terminal. So go to this terminal, new terminal. Okay, here it is. I will delete one. Okay, so now we have got it. So here is our file, and here we will start writing our code. So first we will write the header files. So now we have made our int main, and now here we will be writing our main code. So the first thing we need to write is that we have to define a character. So we will be writing character dir is equal to a, and so now we will be defining all those characters. So our whole 3 cross 3 matrix will be here. So I will just be copy pasting them and changing those number. So now we have defined our character variables, and now we will be, so basically this all should be first blank. So we need to store them with some amount of void character. So if you don't store it, then what it will do is it will just present some garbage values which will not be a valid thing. So instead let's just fill it with our characters. Now if you know, in the tic-tac-toe, the main way to win, the condition to win is that the rows and the column should be equal. So what will happen if that is that when you put the character this guy and this guy, if the same characters are there, blank characters, then when you are putting the conditions, then it might create a problem and it will exit before you play the game. So that is what gonna happen. That we'll discuss afterwards, that I will show you practically. But what the main intention is right now, that we will just store it with different kind of small variable which can just be neglected. So like a11 is equal to like this. Similarly we will be going with this. Just copy paste again. So now we will be creating a boolean flag. So we already know that what happens in the boolean is that it is in the form of 0 and 1. So 0 means false and 1 means true. So basically we will be first creating a case. So that case we will be creating. So the main reason is that if you are selecting x cross for a11, then you cannot rechange this value. So it's that purpose only. So you can use, so you can only store the, you can have the option to put the memory in this a11 only once. So this is what it is going to create. So let's start with the bool flag variables. So let's just use this. False. Again we will be writing with this whole, we will be writing for all 9. Basically these are the 9 elements, right? So what we will be doing is that we will be creating for a b c d e f g, like that we will be creating. So let's do this thing. We will just make it in a straight line so that it just looks good. Okay, and then yeah, so this is now looking good. So now we have created all those bool flags. Now we will be going with this while loop we will be using. So while dir is not equal to, I'm not able to find that. Okay, yeah, not equal to am. So the reason why we are doing is that am is for exit. Am is for exit. Suppose you are doing something like that and you just want to, exit the file, then it can help you exit it. Okay, so while dir is for exit. Okay, so now we will be putting our main thing, which is the main algorithm part from which the game will be executed. So now we will be writing cout. So I will just write position A B C. So this will be saying, and then so now we will be making here how the game actually looks. So the game will be looking like A B C A11. Okay. Okay, so now similarly we will be writing for each one of them. So this guys will be actually printing your these characters. So this is what the main purpose is. Now the execution, when we are selecting the X for a, oh yeah, I forgot this thing, A B C D E F G H I. So now we will be writing this. So this is so A represents A11, B represents A12, C represents A13, and D represents, okay, here also I have for 311, 31 as me 21, 22, 23. So like this. So now the matrix is done. So now we don't have to write again and again. Once it is done, then we can just copy paste it in the other if else loop basically, because that is what the main conditions will be doing. Okay, 311. Okay, now seems look good. So now we will be doing this thing. Okay, so dir is equal to get che dir. Okay, switch dir. So now we will be putting the case A, and now inside this we have to put the else condition, because this is what the bool will be creating. So let's just write if A used cout /n already used. So now this will be going and this will be break. Okay, and if A used is equal to true, E11 and break. So now similarly we have to do it for all those 9 elements till I. So we just say Control C, Control V. Here you change the element name. Now becomes C. So this is just for my indication that the first row is complete and this is the second row. Similarly we will be writing here also, we'll be putting some comment marks here, so it just become easy for me also to understand if anything I have to change. Case ABC. Now we will move with D. Okay, so now again we will just copy paste EF C V. This will become GHI. Okay, so all our cases are complete. So now we will be closing this thing. We have GHI. So now we will be putting our if else loops. So this is where the gaming conditions are to be put. Put via if else loops. So you just write. So first one is, let me just write case 1 is basically our rows. So A11, A12, A13. So similarly, so if we have discussed before, A11, A12, A13, A21, A22, A23, and A31, A32, A33. So these three rows first we will be describing, and then similarly we will be going with the columns part, A11, A21, A31, and these two diagonals. So total we will be having our three cases, in that 3 columns, 3 rows, and 2 diagonals. So in this way we will be putting. So total if we see, then how much conditions we are putting basically are the 8 conditions. 3 rows, 3 columns, 3 plus 3 6, and 2 diagonals. A11, A22, A33 as usual, and A31, A22, A13. So that is one it is. Right now we are just not putting the conditions that put X for player 1, put 0 for player 2. I mean, that is already understood. What we are trying to do here is basically we are trying to get a very 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 basic model for tic-tac-toe, which you can just play just in the terminal. No much thing is needed except for one thing which we have added in our conditions, that only one time you can change the element in the full matrix. So that is what the bool is for. Otherwise it's just a basic if else loop and a switch case thing. So by that you can create the whole game. So now we will be putting the conditions for our rows, correct? So let's just write if a11 is equal to a12. Okay, if a is equal to a13. So now we will just write COU. So now what we will be doing is we will just copy paste it from here. Control C, Control V, and we will put one message CUT you win. First row E and L, and we will, since after the winning we have to exit, right? So what we will do is exit 0 we will writing exit, so it will just exit you from the game so that you can start another game again. So let's just see if this thing is working. Let's just try it out with this. So let's run in this terminal g++ rd1.cpp. the reason why I've kept rd1 is because it's easy. Okay, so it is showing some error. What is the error basically? Okay, so the thing is I had not saved it, so yeah, it is, let's see, run it, a tab. Okay, so one thing is that I need to put some handle because it is coming in the same line. Okay, so let's just go here. Okay, so here we will just put handle so that it looks good, it doesn't messes up the situation. Again we will, okay, now we have to exit, right? So just click M, you exit, right? So this is why we have put the M. Okay, so now g++ rd1.cpp. Okay, so if you understand this thing, the reason I have put it like this is, I mean, you can make it much more better, but I don't know. I will just put columns here and just some space in between. So here what I have done is, here we have put the characters like this, dash dot dash dash dot dash. So this dash is represented by position A. So let's just click on A, enter A uniform 11. So let's put X. Okay, A. Why am I not getting the option? Okay, something is wrong. So basically maybe we have not given the option to choose for A11. Okay, got it. We have actually forgotten to put the A11 value result. So this is what we have to put it in here. Sin input we sin a so this will just put copy paste control C code. Let's just see if I'm input is not going right, so maybe there is an issue in the input. Yeah, so we have forgot to write C input A13, so there has been this error. So let's clear out this, guys. Control C. Similarly we will be going for all these other guys. A, this is to 1. This should not be here. This is how it should be. Okay, and now we will be going with this guy. Control V. Okay, again this again so many mistakes I have made. Okay, again Control V we will be saying. Now Control V. So this is 22, A22, A13. This is will be A21. So yeah, once you are just writing all these loops and all, you just need to do the copy paste for this guy. Okay, C, D, E, F. Okay, F is remaining, so let's go with this guy. F, A, this will be upper 3. Okay, so now similarly we're going with this guy. 3, 1, 3, 1. This guy will be 3, 2, and this guy will be 3, 3. Alright, let's put Control S. Okay, yeah, so this you never do this error might be I would have done earlier, I don't know, but this you should not do, and just put equal to here. This is the one thing, and let's just see first if the rows are being calculated. If this things calculate, then we are good to go. First I will just clear all. I don't want this guy to chug up this whole area of the terminal, so let's go for g++ rd1.cpp. The reason is that I have not installed the code runner, that's why I have to write g++ rd1. Okay, so now just choose the position A. Let's go with X. Again we have to choose B. Let's go with X. Now again we have to choose C. Okay, so this is the deciding factor. Okay, so it's coming up. So this is how you do the game basically. So this I will remove basically these 3 lines. So these 3 lines basically I have just put for my reference part, debugging part. So let's just delete this thing, and what we had discussed was, I will just show you from this pic again, that the conditions for tic-tac-toe to win is that these 3 rows should be, this 3 should match either in the rows or the columns. So this columns also should be matching. So if you see, there will be 3 cases: rows, columns, and another one is the diagonal. So this diagonal one is there in that, and another diagonal will be this. So this things we have to define in our conditions for the if else loop. So what we will do is basically we'll just copy paste, because no need to do so much of tedious. Just copy paste and choose the, and just remove, change the element number, and all it's all good to go. So now you choose Control C, and now just put Control V, but do mention that which one is row 1, row 2, row 3. So when you are debugging, it actually becomes a good help for you. So and just put a space, so it does not, I mean, for me it is easy, but it just looks a bit loose, so it becomes easy for you to figure out if any cases are there or not. So let's go with the second row. So A21, this will become A22, and this A22 will become A23. So now we have done that also, this also, okay, yeah. Second row, so this guy, okay, again copy paste, Control C, again do Control V. So now you do the third part, A31, and this become A32, A32 becomes A33. So this will become third row, and now we have completed our rows. Now we will have to copy paste this whole model, click on here and put on some space, and again Control V, and instead here write case 2 columns. Instead I will just write COLMNS. Okay, so what are the columns? A11, A21, that's what it is. A21 is equal to A31. First call, I will just write it as, alright, good to go. Similarly this is also good to go. A12, A22 is equal to A32. So again A13, this guy I had to change now, CO. It's a good habit that you are using the comments part. So what happens is that it becomes very easy for you to actually understand what is happening behind the code. So basically you understand the execution if you just write the steps that this comment is doing what. So the other person who, suppose if he has to review, it becomes very easy. So it just to build up your good habit. So we will write it here. So this is the third, A13, and this will become A23. okay, A23 will become your A33. Yeah, cool. So we are good to go, and again we will just cross check if A21 is equal to A11 is equal to A21, A31, okay, A12, A22, A32, okay, good to go, A13, 23, A33, yeah. So now the last case, which is the diagonal, after that it is good to go for the playing part. So we'll just use Control C, again Control the same procedure, no, so just write diagonals, and this will be our, I will just write it as straight diagonal. Straight diagonals meaning the elements of A11, A22 and A33. So A22, A33, and another one is obviously A13 is equal to A32, A22 is equal to A31. So yeah, we have to write in here as I will just write it as reverse diagonal, I don't know why, and this we will write it as STDIAG. Okay, we are good to go. This will be third, this will be our third COL, this will be our second COL, this, okay, I mean you can just take it down later. So if you can see, so now we should play and it should happen nice way. So let's write G++ id1.cpp. Okay, good to go. So now we can see. So choose any position, like suppose I am player 1 and I don't have any player 2 right now, so I will play it myself. So what I will do is, yeah, the player 1 is there, it should all be, ethical way. So let's take A. So first person comes and he puts X. I mean, you can put anything, but let's go with X and zeros only. So let's put X and enter. Okay, now second player will go now because X is done. So second player suppose chooses, to go for E element he wants to play, so he will put E, chooses E and put 0. Okay, enter. So now second player has done his mark and now the first player is gonna be doing his mark, right? So again he chooses, like, C. So the first person is choosing C. So let's go with the X again, C. Okay, but what happened? Oh yeah, we are here. So we are here, and suppose I mean, he has chosen C. Now the O position is there, but I want person 1 to win. Okay, so what I will do is I will just choose option G element area, I mean position of the G, and I will just put 0 just as an excuse because I want 1 to win. And 1 is smart guy, he has an open chance, so he will obviously choose B and put X. And yeah, so congrats, you win first row. I hope you liked it. I am hoping that you understood the whole code. So I will just scroll it down. So I will just take you down through what we are doing basically. So first the header file obviously, and then you're storing your characters, first defining your characters, then storing your characters, then the condition that you can use only that element position once. So for that you are creating a boolean, basically 0 1 something like that, and then obviously the case, so switch you are doing, in which you are mentioning all those cases, and in that case you are mentioning after that the if conditions, with which basically allows your game to choose a winner, that player 1 is there, player 2 is there, so who is gonna win? I mean, that is up to you because that I have not defined it right now. So this is the very very basic fundamental code. So basically the whole purpose was that you can basically play in this terminal like this, no requirement of graphics, nothing, just pure logic and some case building, I mean the condition building using if else loops. That's it, nothing much. So I think it will be a good game for you and very very easy, a beginner friendly level code for you to understand. So another thing which I wanted to show you is that you can also create that similar type of characters you are storing, but after that when you are putting the X and 0, I mean not 0, O, at that time it will show you an error if you are putting the same character. So what I will do is I will just show you, I will just create one more guy. So I will just comment out all these guys and I will just Control C, show you what will happen if I just put the same characters in this. So one purpose is that you can actually create, you will have to create this command that that will first allow this guy, but then when you're putting X and zeros, then it will check with those conditions like in this cases which we have put. So because of that, with which you can then store characters like this. So but right now my purpose was just to create the game, so that's what I did. So let's run this command, let's clear this first. So now I will just put the screen up, g++ rd1.cpp, and then again let's put a tab. Okay, so you got everything. So let's choose A. When you put X, you're already a winner. So this is what the issue will be happening. So that's why we will be using this guy, I mean it would have been better if would I have just written it up, but main purpose was to just show the demonstration that how it will be behaving. So that is one thing. I hope you liked the video. I hope you got something. Yeah, one more thing I wanted to show you, that there's a not a space, so some people just for the weaving might not find it good. So let us make this thing change. So I will just use manipulator. I manip manip. Okay, it should is IO manip. Yeah, it is IO manip. And then what I will be doing is that set w, I will write 10. It's just nothing but the spacing basically. So after that you just copy paste can. Okay, so this we have to do this thing, and this. Okay, so yeah, it is a bit slow. I know I am slow in this thing, but eventually I'm just doing it for my practice sake. So let's go with this thing. Okay, yeah, you are good to go. Let's just save this guy, Control S. Let's just see how does it looks. First I will just clear all. Okay, g++ .cpp a tab. Okay, yeah, cool. So now you can see. So this you can just take the reference. A is for this A11 element, B is for A12 element. So you can choose the position like this, and then you can go. So yeah, anyway, I hope you like this game. Let's just choose A, and yeah, I will not gonna be putting, instead I will be saying that if you have liked this video, learned a bit more something also, I will be very happy. And if you like this, please like, share and subscribe. SUBSCRIE. Alright, so this is what my thing is. Keep learning, keep watching. Thank you very much. And yeah, this is my first C++ code, so thank you very much for seeing. Thank you.